So this is the second interview from the Bali Mastermind, and today I'm with Yanis. And when Yanis first joined the community, we were actually in Thailand on our first Mastermind. But give yourself a quick introduction to the camera, bro.
Yeah, so I'm Yanis, I'm 19. I joined Superior Setters back in April 2025. I came straight out of A-levels to a degree apprenticeship, realised it really wasn't for me and looked for a way out.
Talk to us about life. Obviously, right now you're in Bali, you've got appointments there, well, you've even scaled further from that. But what was life before?
Yeah, for sure. So when I first joined my degree apprenticeship, I thought it was the dream. Like having a degree fully expensed for you whilst getting paid. It sounds like a miracle, right? Being paid and like learning continuously. It's great fun at the start. But then when that corporate reality starts to kick in 5 months down the road and you realise this could be your reality for the next 40 years or so, it gets tough on you, man, and it starts to build up this sort of mindset that you've got to find some form of way out.
What would you say the turning point was when you're like, fuck, like I need to reach out to these guys. There's something I have that I'm missing that they have, etc.
For me, it was ideally the fact that I didn't want to be stuck doing this for the next 40 years or so. You know, I was speaking to people in my company and they've been with this corporate job for the next like 10, 20 years since they were 18 themselves. And I just couldn't see myself fitting in those shoes. And I didn't see any sort of like progression in the corporate space for me. And I've always had this like entrepreneurial mind.
Nice. When was it when you joined the community? 6 months ago now?
April 2025.
April 2025. So yeah, like not too long ago, obviously we were in Thailand by then. And within that short time frame, you've been able to come out to Bali. What was your turning point? Like you obviously joined the community and then what happened from there?
Yeah, so I mean, within a month, I landed a killer DM set role for somebody called Sante Moves. He had around 400k followers at the time. He said he had a really bad experience with setters beforehand, but obviously 1 month with me, we managed to scale him from doing 4-figure months all the way to 5.
I mean, what did your day-to-day actually look like as an appointment setter working for Sante Moves or Fraser?
For me, the like work-life balance was actually really chill. Like obviously I had my degree apprenticeship on the side, but being driven, I was able to balance that and also get my DMs in, etc. Like all you had to do was just send out some outbound messages, some inbound messages, and then just send in an EOD every day.
The results came out relatively quickly. Like, in your first 2 months, how much did you make?
Yeah, so in my first 2 months, I managed to rack up 5k USD, and I was very proud to see that just by sending messages, I can make this sort of money online.
And this was while I was balancing that degree apprenticeship. What have you got to say to someone who may be working a 9 to 5, who may be at uni, who also may have the same degree apprenticeship as you? How did you balance and make 5k whilst doing all this stuff?
You gotta be driven, man. You gotta have those goals set at the back of your mind every single day. You can't miss a day in this space, especially knowing that you've got a degree to balance, 9 to 5 as well on top of that, and now you're doing something like this. You gotta have that driven goal at the back of your mind every single day and realize that the vision is bigger than the struggle.
Obviously, within 2 months, you made 5k as an appointment setter. And what do you do then to actually go beyond that?
Yeah, of course. So I reinvested back into myself using the money I made from appointment setting, and I branched out into something called Growth Up.
What's the journey been like so far? Like how many clients you've worked with? How did you even land your first client?
So I started originally by doing some Growth Up for Sante Moves, my current client. Realised that I really enjoy the techie side of things to do with sales. So that's how I got into the investment. And then literally 1 month into that next mentorship, I got a new client who has 400k on IG. It's all around personal branding monetization. And just recently I opened up my own Growth Up agency with 2 of the guys in the villa, and we've just run up a new fitness coaching client.
So yeah, all within like 4 months, right? So obviously your first 2 months, you were into Growth Up. But yeah, so everyone watching, like, why did you move forward from a setter? Because obviously, you need to start off a setter to get yourself through the door. But what made you actually move on?
When you start with appointment setting, you can start to find your strengths and your weaknesses, and then you start to identify like, what is more for you? Are you more into closing? Are you more into the techie side of things? Like, what exactly do you find passion in doing as a person in this sales space? And for me, it was that building of systems, building of infrastructure that I really found enjoyable, and managing all these sorts of teams. So I quickly knew that growth operating was for me, and look what it's turned out into now.
Yeah, crazy. What would you say your biggest win is, like whether that's financial or like anything?
Oh, my biggest win is still my first ever commissions. Like I remember I was waking up on a Thursday to my degree apprenticeship, like 9 to 5. I checked my phone and my clients literally messaged me that we got a $657 payment plan win. And I just couldn't believe that I made money whilst I was asleep. It was the craziest feeling ever.
So obviously you hopped into the community in April. What would you say was the biggest thing within the community that helped you get to where you are now?
I'd say it's the mindset shift. Like from the moment you join the Zoom calls, you start to realize that this is everyone's reality. Like I remember on my first Zoom call, Lennon was asking people about some of their wins, how they're getting on. And someone was literally saying how they made like, what, 3K this week. Someone was talking about how they made 1K today. And I was like, these guys are just dropping this stuff and no one's reacting to it. Like everyone's so desensitized to these big figures. I was like, oh my days, like I need to get myself into this level of commitment and stuff. It's crazy.
From there, obviously, now you're in Bali. Like, how have you found the first 10 days in Bali? So you've also transitioned into coming to Bali, to come into the event within that short time. How have you found the first 10 days?
Yeah, I mean, the level of growth of just being around a group of lads that all do different things, whether it's management, growth ops, sales, and phone setting, DM setting, you just learn so many different skill sets, and just seeing like the reality from so many different perspectives, it really grows you as a person.
So how has life been different since you were at home to maybe even like life out here?
Life is so different out here. Like from literally just getting food by ordering it on your phone, it's coming like 10 minutes all the way down to just normalizing the fact that we're hitting a gym session at 2 p.m. like when other people would be doing a 9 to 5 in that space of time. Like there's so many different lifestyle changes that happen with being out in Bali, whilst also still getting your work done, if not making more progress than you would out in the UK.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously, like the last 11 days since coming out here, you've had some, thoughts, and you're going to have some changes when it comes to your degree apprenticeship. So what's the plan moving forward with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I return home, I'm going to ask for a gap year and just spend an entire year locking in on this and making my goals come a reality, because I know this is the path for me. It's the path that will make me most fulfilled with myself, and just generally taking that first step towards a better life for myself.
And what are the next steps for you when it comes to financial goals or any other goals? Because I know you've sort of mentioned you're working with some of the other guys in the community now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in terms of financial goals, it'd be reaching those consistent 10K months with my growth operating agency, placing more setters, managing more setters. That's sort of the next goals.
And what advice would you give to someone who's looking to join the community? Maybe they've even seen photos of you online or photos of you at the event. What would you tell that person?
If you're looking to join, I'd firstly ask you what got you to think like that in the first place. Surely there's something that's happening in your day-to-day life that is making you seek for these answers and seeking for an escape out of your current world, whether it's the fact that you don't really like your working situation, or maybe university isn't for you like you thought it would be, or you're just trying to get out of a slump. There must be something in your day-to-day life that's the reason why you're thinking of looking for an alternative in the first place.
What would you say is the type of person who would be a good fit in Superior Status?
Somebody who's really driven, someone who's probably tried different business models before, maybe even seen a little bit of success online before. I would say 100% you would reap the rewards of appointment setting if you put your mind to it and you're extremely hardworking.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you hopping on, bro. It's a pleasure to come see you in real life.